Grease spot test is an easy detector of lipid in your sample. Provided sample was tested by rubbing between the folds of a filter paper. Or put a drop of oil on a filter paper and wait for a minute. The translucent spot appeared because of its non-volatile nature. A chemical test for starch is to add iodine solution into provided sample. Iodine turns it blue or black in the presence of starch quantity. It is an easy test to distinguish a polysaccharide like starch from monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, proteins and lipids. Iodine forms colored adsorption complexes with polysaccharides. The color that develops in the test disappears on heating and reappears on cooling or on addition of a few drops of 10% sodium hydroxide solution. The color, however, reappears again on neutralization with hydrochloric acid. Color disappears because free iodine no longer exists now. Color reappears as a result of the liberation of free iodine from sodium iodide and sodium iodate. Amylose having long glucose chain turns to blue color. Dextrin with a very long glucose chain appears dark blue color. Sucrose is composed of one molecule of alpha-D-glucose and beta-D-fructose, connected by glycosidic linkage at 1 and 4 carbon atoms of glucose and fructose respectively. During hydrolysis test, when sucrose is hydrolyzed by hydrochloric acid in alcoholic medium, mixture of glucose and fructose is obtained. Glucose is an aldehyde, which forms a 6-carbon ring, whereas fructose is a ketone, which forms a 5-membered ring, hence, a furan. Therefore, on hydrolysis sucrose will break into its monomeric sugars. Brick red precipitate is cupric oxide is formed, indicating the presence of reducing sugar. Fehling solution is prepared by combining two separate solutions, Fehling A and Fehling B. Fehling A is a blue-colored aqueous solution of cupric sulfate. Fehling B is a colorless aqueous solution of potassium sodium tartrate. It is also known as Rochelle salt, which is made with an alkaline base like sodium hydroxide. The two solutions are individually prepared and later mixed to give Fehling's solution, which is blue. In this final mixture, aqueous tartrate ions from the dissolved Rochelle salt bond to aqueous cupric plus ions from the dissolved copper sulfate crystals as bidentate ligands, giving a bis-tartratocuprate complex. When aldehydes are added to Fehling's solution, they are easily oxidized by the bis-tartratocuprate complex. During this process, cupric ions are reduced to monovalent cuprous ions, leaving a red precipitate of copper oxide. The presence of red precipitate indicates a positive result. "70 grams of cupric acetate monohydrate is dissolved in 800 milliliters of water. Then add 9 milliliters glacial acetic acid to it and lastly make it up to 1000 milliliters with water. It will make a perfect Barford's reagent. During reaction with carbohydrate, especially monosaccharides, the red granular precipitate appeared. Cupric ions are reduced to copper ion without unpaired electron by monosaccharides present in the sample. What is in the composition of Benedict's reagent? 1 liter of Benedict solution contains 173 grams of sodium citrate, 100 grams of sodium carbonate and 17.3 grams of cupric sulfate pentahydrate. With the help of heat, dissolve 173 grams of sodium citrate and 100 grams of sodium carbonate in 800 milliliters of water. Dissolve 17.3 grams cupric sulfate pentahydrate in 100 milliliters of water in different container. Then pour cupric sulfate solution in carbonate citrate solution with constant stirring and make it up to 1000 milliliter. Here, sodium citrate plays the role to hold cupric oxide in alkaline solution. Sodium carbonate provide alkaline pH 3. Cupric sulfate pentahydrate acts as a reducing agent. Now how it works on carbohydrate? Benedict solution contains sodium citrate and copper sulfate. Citrate ions from chelate with copper. When reducing sugars are heated in the presence of an alkali with pH 10.6, they get converted to powerful reducing compounds known as enediols. Enediols reduce the soluble cupric sulfate containing cupric ions to cuprous ions which get precipitated as insoluble red-brown or rust-brown insoluble cuprous oxide. Selivanov's test distinguishes between aldose and ketose sugars. On heating, ketoses are more rapidly dehydrated than aldoses. Red color appears. Fructose is a keto sugar. Selivanov's reagent is chemically 1,3-dihydroxybenzene. 50 mg of resorcinol mixed within 66 milliliters of water. 33 milliliters concentrated hydrochloric acid is added within it. Keto sugar fructose on heating with hydrochloric acid gives furfuryl derivative that is hydroxymethyl furfuryl. It reacts with resorcinol present in the Selivanov's reagent to give a condensation product which is red in color. Biuret test is a basic detection test of presence of protein. Here reaction occurs with peptide bond. In presence of diluted copper sulfate solution in alkaline medium, the peptide bonds form a purple complex with cupric ion. Cupric ion of copper sulfate solutions in alkaline medium form coordinate complex with at least 2 nitrogens of the peptide bonds to form purple colored complex. Thus color intensity is proportionate to the presence of number of peptide linkages. Minimum of 2 peptide bonds of 3 amino acids are required for binding of cupric ion with peptide. Single amino acids and dipeptides do not give a positive test. The name of reaction is derived from organic compound biuret which is formed by condensation of 2 urea molecules at high temperature. Biuret is formed when solid urea powder is heated in a tube. The resultant biuret is solid at room temperature and soluble in water. The test produces color proportionate to number of peptide bonds which can be correlated with amount of protein. Similar reagent is used for estimation of serum proteins quantitatively. During heat coagulation test of protein, a positive result of the heat coagulation test is represented by the formation of a dense coagulum at the upper part of the solution. The lower part of the solution acts as a control. Proteins have net zero charge at their isoelectric pH, that is pi. So, at pi, protein molecules have minimum repelling force. Thus proteins are easily precipitated at pi. When proteins are heated, weak bonds like hydrogen bonds, salt bonds and van der Waals forces are broken. Proteins are said to be denatured. Core hydrophobic regions of denatured albumin can form intermolecular associations and cause precipitation. Thus, in order to precipitate proteins like albumin, 2 conditions are required. 1. Bring albumin to its pi 5.4 by adding few drops of 1% acetic acid. And to heat the solution. The ninhydrin reaction is essentially a redox reaction. This test is used to check whether a given analyte contains amines or alpha-amino acids. Development of a deep blue color indicates the presence of ammonia, primary or secondary amines, or amino acids in the analyte. Here ninhydrin acts as an oxidizing agent and gets reduced. Ninhydrin reacts with the amino group of the free amino acid in the test sample and oxidizes the compound, leading to delamination. In this reaction, two gases get released. These are ammonia and another is carbon dioxide. Besides the gases, an aldehyde and hydrin danton also obtained, which is formed by the reduction of ninhydrin. The released ammonia further reacts with the ninhydrin, giving rise to diketohydrin, which forms a colored complex. This colored complex is Rehmann's purple, and this gives the solution the deep blue coloration. Dissolve 10 grams of mercuric sulfate with 100 milliliters distilled water and 7 mm of concentrated sulfuric acid. 1% sodium nitrite is required, which means 1 gram of sodium nitrite is in 100 milliliters distilled water. How the red color develops in presence of protein by using Millon's reagent? Mercury present in Millon's reagent is acidified with nitric acid, giving nitrate and nitric compounds of mercury. Tyrosine is the most common amino acid found in proteins except gelatin. Tyrosine has hydroxyphenyl group. The hydrophobic group is in the core of protein. The protein is denatured by mercuric sulfate in boiling water, exposing hydroxyphenyl group. Sodium nitrite reacts with sulfuric acid to form nitrous acid. The exposed hydroxyphenyl groups react with nitrous acid. The compound formed chelates mercury and give red color precipitates. Albumin phenol group on tyrosine and Millon's reagent give red mercury precipitate. In xanthoprotein test, positive response is given by aromatic amino acids like tyrosine or tryptophan. Concentrated nitric acid causes nitration of activated benzene ring of tyrosine and tryptophan. The nitrate-activated benzene is yellow in color. It turns to orange in alkaline medium.